Hello everybody, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another installment of Discover Hiroshima Beyond the Basics. My goal today is for those planning a trip to Hiroshima, as I hope you already are. In this video, I'll share with you some of the most ideal and some of the less ideal times perhaps to visit Hiroshima based on factors such as cost, weather, and a variety of others. Today, I hope to share 5 times you should avoid, if possible, coming to Hiroshima with some solutions as to how to maximize your time, even if those are the times you come, and 3 absolutely ideal times to visit. Now, with that said, in recent years, Japan has become very popular amongst international travelers. In 2024, almost 37 million foreign guests came to our beautiful country of Japan, and of those, almost 640,000 visited just Miyajima Island alone in Hiroshima, almost a 40% increase from the previous year. With the Japanese yen depreciating, domestic tourism amongst Japanese and international tourism amongst foreign guests has become, how should I say, at its climax. This has caused over-tourism in other areas, but Hiroshima is perfect timing, as always, to visit. So today, I want to share with all of this information with you to make sure that you have the best time possible in our beautiful city of Hiroshima. Let's get started. Number 1, mid-June to early July, rainy season. The first one is from mid-June to the beginning of July, known as rainy season here in Hiroshima in particular. There are days that go from rain the whole way from the morning until the evening, which can make traveling, though public transportation is very convenient in the city, a little bit less enjoyable perhaps. Also, to enjoy the wonderful balance of urbanization and nature, I would recommend avoiding this time if possible. Now back home, we often expect, at least for me where I'm from in America, the rain to come and go and stop, so we don't carry umbrellas. Also a car-centric society, easy to get around without worrying about the rain. In Japan, not so much the case, including Hiroshima. Japanese people are very conscientious and often have their umbrellas. I would recommend you prepare one as well if you do visit during this time. That said, during this period, actually just before generally the start of the rainy season, we have one of the, I'd say, most meaningful local festivals associated with an over 400-year-old Shinto shrine downtown here known as Tokasan, a wonderful local experience. If you do have the interest, maybe bring an umbrella with you just in case. Number 2, August. A lot of heat and humidity, also the summer holidays. So in recent years, Japan's summers have become increasingly hot, in particular in Hiroshima with our beautiful Seto Inland Sea, increasingly humid as well. The average temperature last year was 30.7 degrees Celsius, 87.5 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels much hotter due to the humidity every year. Now, it is an enjoyable time to visit, but the Japanese Obon holiday is one of the 3 largest holidays as well, in the middle of August more or less, make for crowded public transportation and tourist sites as well, many with domestic travelers within Japan. August, however, is a special month for Hiroshima. August 6th, 1945, of course. This year will be 80 years. We commemorate the atomic bombing of Hiroshima City and honor the victims in a wonderful and meaningful ceremony in Peaceful Memorial Park from dignitaries, guests, students, groups from all around the world and Japan. However, that said, if your goal is not to attend the ceremony specifically, but rather to enjoy Hiroshima's treasures, I would recommend finding a slightly quieter time to come and visit. Number 3, late December to early January, known as Oshogatsu, the Japanese New Year holiday. Many people visiting the shrines known as Hatsumode, the wishing essentially for good health and good luck from the spirits, the Shinto spirits at the beginning of the year, is a wonderful experience to witness and see, but you might be waiting 3 or 4 hours, particularly in Hiroshima's main Gokuku shrine. If possible, I would recommend finding another time to visit as many of the restaurants, tourist attractions, shops, and other places are closed. Similar, at least for me, back home on Christmas Day, perhaps Christmas Eve. Japan's Oshogatsu holiday is also particularly long. Again, one of the 3 main holidays, making it perhaps less ideal to visit as you may miss out on some places that are can't-miss attractions in Hiroshima and of course throughout Japan. Because of the closures and the concentration of people, I would recommend visiting another time as the Japanese folks are traveling home and visiting with loved ones. Number 4, late March. January, February, March. The end of the 3rd month of the year, March in Japan, is something that might surprise you. It's actually the end of the fiscal, business, and also school years. Now, back home for me, that was the end of the school year was essentially, depending, April, May, maybe the beginning of June, and in the end of the summer, after the long summer break, students are on the move. They're entering new schools, going different places. The fiscal year, of course, separated from that in many ways. In Japan, all of this occurs at the same time at the end of March. This can mean that with workers on the move, finding new opportunities and moving companies, moving office locations, students going to schools, finding new places to live, accommodation and transportation become scarce and surprisingly expensive. I would recommend, if possible, to wait out just a few more weeks through the beautiful spring months to plan your trip to Japan. Number 5, the last week of April to the first week of May. Golden Week! Golden Week is an amazing holiday, a series of Japanese holidays running from the end of April through the beginning of May. Now, though this is a very energetic and beautiful time of year, it's extremely busy. Families are often on the move to visit relatives. Tourist spots become extremely crowded and prices for accommodation and transportation surge. Particularly the Shinkansen, the Japanese bullet train, obviously one of the primary ways to reach Hiroshima from wherever else you may be in Japan, becomes extremely crowded. Reservations for reserved cars are difficult and often the only way, as opposed to unreserved seats that are generally available. If you are going to visit during this time, absolutely, please consult us, leave a comment, we can help out. Otherwise, I'd recommend just wait out Golden Week and come after. We'll get more to that in a moment. Now everybody, some of the absolutely ideal times to visit Hiroshima in particular. Number 1, early April. In Hiroshima, due to our location and weather, the inland sea climate, our cherry blossoms often are in full bloom in very early April. Early April is a time when many Japanese are getting into their new routines. All of the energy expended, moving, planning for the new year trails off into a bit of routine. This is the perfect opportunity for you to make the most, have a bit more tranquility, time and space to take in the cherry blossoms and our beautiful nature. Even close to my home, close to Hiroshima Station, one of my favorite places near the new Sanomaru, near Hiroshima Castle in the revamped area. So many beautiful cherry blossom areas, and you can explore them essentially all to yourself. Don't miss early April, if possible. Number 2, the second half of May. After the Golden Week holiday in Japan, and Hiroshima as well, things quiet down. People are back to work, back to school, focusing on their goals. The weather is still absolutely perfect. This is one of my favorite times of year prior to the beginning, the real onset of rainy season. A great time to go for hikes outdoors, have riverside barbecues, check out a Sanfrecce Hiroshima soccer game at the new stadium. Being outside is one of my favorite things to do, and you'll see me outdoors at this time. I'm sure you will be too if you visit during this ideal springtime period. Number 3, the fall months, September to November. The fall months, as the weather starts to cool off, is absolutely ideal. It's pleasantly cool. Tourism, both from Japanese who are back in their regular routines after the busy summer months and from abroad, slows down a bit, allowing you to take in the warmth and emotional beauty of Hiroshima to its fullest. I have so many memories of places I have visited in the fall. Miyajima, for example, seeing the enigmatic and beautiful maple leaf trees. Taking the ropeway, for example, going through Momiji Park. There's so many beautiful places to take in the fall foliage and the gradation of colors. Hiking Mount Mitaki and checking out the history and the temples there, culminating with an incredible view over the city of Hiroshima. You can take it in for yourself, have more space, and enjoy the full presence of Hiroshima to yourself if you do visit in the fall. Now, I do realize that not everyone will have the ideal conditions nor the ability to travel exactly during the ideal periods. It's beautiful at all times of year and you can make the most of it. I do want to share with you a few tips now though as to how to maximize your experience by avoiding some of the overcrowding and areas that are well worth it on your own time and at your own pace. Let's get to it. Number 1. Visit places at times other than the peak hours, during off hours. If you can, check out through our channel and through many of the other lovely information that is available here, maybe morning and evening events. One example I have for you, and I always recommend to guests I meet here, is visiting Itsukushima Shrine on Miyajima Island early in the morning. The shrine opens at 6:30 a.m. If you go at this time, you can take in the tranquility, the beauty of Miyajima before it is busy and full of vitality and energy, which is also worth seeing. But taking in the shrine, your own time, feeling the peacefulness in a true sense is well worth getting up early for. In addition, just another example, from April through the fall months, Hiroshima Orizuru Tower offers a rooftop bar and cafe. This is a perfect place to enjoy a drink and take in the city skyline, getting a different view of Peace Memorial Park, Hiroshima Castle, even viewing as far as Miyajima, taking in the city skyline as you do. There's a variety of options like this. It just takes a little bit of searching and an open-mindedness to do so. Number 2, use technology to check crowd levels online. So these days, to navigate Japan's busy spots, there are many services that offer real-time crowd monitoring, even live video feeds. For example, the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park Museum offers live video streams of the crowds both inside and outside the museums, perhaps to time your visit ideally so you can take in at your own pace and in your own manner the extremely important and touching, moving contents of the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park Museum. Another example, at Hiroshima Station and Miyajimaguchi, the mainland equivalent where you take the ferry to our wonderful island of Miyajima, you can check the parking availability online as well, showing in simple icons like empty, busy, or full, for example. Using these tools can help you avoid crowds and maximize your time. Number 3, avoid public transportation. Now, we've spoken a lot about how convenient the public transportation is, particularly in Hiroshima, and that's absolutely true. The electric trams or streetcars, the buses, are an extremely convenient way to get around the downtown area, stretching from Hiroshima Station the whole way to Miyajima and everywhere in between. However, Japan is famous for overcrowding the buses and trains during peak hours. That's no exception in Hiroshima as well. I ride my bicycle everywhere because Hiroshima is so convenient to get around, so flat in the downtown area. When I'm getting a nice breeze, riding on my bicycle, my hair, my hat fluttering in the wind, and seeing many people sweating and standing on the buses, holding on. Now, of course, it is very convenient for them. They can listen to their music or podcasts and enjoy, but I love having the freedom to go about the city at my own pace, and I would recommend this to you as well. Rent a scooter or bicycle. One service I can recommend to you in Hiroshima in particular, amongst many, is Peaceable. Very simple way to rent with an online application, available in English and for foreign guests as well. You can check the availability of bicycles, make reservations online, and have a bicycle, whether for an hour or a full day, relatively easily get around the entire downtown area. Not only good for a little bit of exercise to work off the okonomiyaki, but also environmentally friendly. So take a bike, join me. Let your hair flutter in the wind as well. Number 4, go off the beaten path. No doubt, Hiroshima has some absolutely can't miss places that you will surely visit, hopefully making the most of our other tips today to maximize your experience. Otherwise, check out our channel, subscribe of course, check out some of the things that interest you. For me personally, what an amazing experience the magic show in the Nagarikawa Entertainment District was. Something I have done multiple times since, and I would recommend, if it's interesting to you, check that out. The Kagura experience, Hiroshima Kagura, of course, over 300 local troops in the area. You'll always have a unique experience, and the one for me, which I share with you on our channel as well, was one that changed my perspective of some of the off the beaten path things to do in Hiroshima, even living here this long. Check out some of the less trafficked areas. There's so many beautiful natural areas, both in the afternoon and the evening hours. So take a walk, take a stroll, grab a bike, go off the beaten path, get an original meal from a local legend, an original Nihonshu, Japanese Hiroshima sake with the oysters. I'm salivating just thinking about it now, and the local beef. Check that video out too. There's so many amazing experiences that I've had, and I hope that you go off the beaten path, find some that interest you, and check those out as well. It'll maximize your tranquility, comfort, and experience even more. Don't be scared, go do it. Check it out. Well, everybody, today we spoke about the absolute best and some of the less ideal times to visit Hiroshima every year. But what do you think? Have you visited before? Do you have any questions? Any comments? Drop a comment below. Regardless, let us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Peace and love from Hiroshima.